Welcome back once again for watching my video. In today's video tutorial, we'll be discussing on what causes dielectric loss. In my previous video, we have discussed on what dielectric is all about. We have also discussed how dielectric depends on frequency and also on the material in which you use. We have also discussed on there are two important parameters when that involved in dielectric, which I mentioned on capacitance and the tangent as well. And I also discussed on what dielectric is all about. And I also discussed on dielectric loss breakdown, which I promise you that we will be discussing on dielectric loss in solid, liquid, and gas, which is necessary and also compulsory as well. Is a promise which must be fulfilled. I must make a video on that. But the reason why I make this video before that video is I just want you to understand what causes the dielectric loss and what is lossy dielectric and why is it called dielectric. And that so that is you will also know the reason why dielectric loss, why is it like that, and also why is it called dielectric. In case if someone asks you anywhere, you should know what to say or what to answer the person as well. So that is the reason why I first of all make this video, so that you will understand what you are doing. So in that case, without much wasting our time in this video, let's go straight to this video on what causes dielectric loss. Now in this video, in what causes dielectric loss, in conduction losses, a flow of charges through the material causes energy dissipation. Now, what do you understand by the conduction? Conduction losses is a process where when an electron is passing through a cable, it could be electrical cable, it could be a networking cable. Once a current is passing through it, it will create what we call a polarization. You will also see it will create what is called a polarization. And that a polarization, it simply means it cannot be seen by physical eye. It will only be seen by microscope. So in that case, it will create it now. After creating it, because every material, every dielectric material, it comes with polarization. There must be a polarization there. In case if electron pass through it, it creates polarization that will enable the electron to pass from the negative to positive or from positive to also negative. So in that case, once it created, now there is something that it causes. It will now make the energy dissipation. What is the energy dissipation? The energy dissipation is just to let you know that it has lost some energy on the process after creating that polarization. It has lost some energy in it. So that is why that is the cost of that dielectric losses. So in that case, in another way or in another word of it is dielectric losses is the dissipation of energy through the movement of charges in an alternating electromagnetic field as polarization switches direction. As polarization switches direction, it simply means, just as I say, polarization switches direction from positive to negative, which enable the electron to switch over from positive to negative. And that is where the dissipation, the loss of energy comes into that particular dielectric material. So those are the causes. Now let's use human being as an example. Now you want to go, maybe you are going to work, either you are using car or one thing or the other. Maybe you want to just go and maybe take a walk. You will see that after trekking from one place to another, you will feel something that has lost in your body. That is to show you that the energy that is in your body has been dissipated. You have lost little energy in your system, and that is what I mean by those are the things that causes electrical and dielectric losses. Once you make a movement from your doorpost to another person's doorpost, you must breathe high. There must be an increase in breathing. One thing or the other must signify in your system that energy has been lost in your system. So that is, I use human being as an example because it happens to every human. Even as I'm making this video as well, is also there is an energy that has been dissipated in my system. So those are the things that you should also put in consideration in terms of energy dissipation, and those are the things that causes the dielectric losses. Once a voltage is applied in any of the material, it also causes the dielectric losses in it, which create the polarization that will enable the electron to move from positive to negative. Now, for you to understand this now, you can take a look of a look at this. Dielectric loss intend to be higher in material with higher dielectric constant. Please, if you have not watched my video on dielectric constant, please quickly go to Charles Electronics Tutorials. You will see my videos on dielectric constant. You will see it and enjoy every bit of dielectric constant, which I have also explained there. So in that case now, what here is trying to explain, what I'm trying to explain here is for dielectric to have a higher for dielectric losses not to have a big losses in each of the electron that have been applied in any of them. Now definitely it will intend to have what we call higher dielectric constant. And that is what I urge each and every one of you to go and watch my dielectric constant in Charles Electronics Tutorials. You will see what dielectric constant means, because I am not going back to explain what dielectric constant and how it works again. Just go there and watch it. Now, what do you understand by dielectric property? Dielectric property. Dielectric property is a molecular property inherent in all materials capable of impinging electron. Remember what I said, dielectric is a molecular property inherent in all materials capable of impinging electron movement, and hence creating polarization within the substances when exposed to an external electric field. That is what I have just explained. In every material, in every dielectric material, it has what we call dielectric property, and that dielectric property is one of them that is, it helps in times of polarization when polarization have been created. You know, just as I explained before, once you have then applied a current on any of that electric, definitely it has a dielectric property, which comes also with polarization. That polarization is always there. Polarization is there based on when a current has been applied on it. That is where it creates the polarization immediately. Now, once it creates the polarization, that will enable the current that wanted to make an attempt to move from positive to negative. Now, to make it short in dielectric property, is for you to understand that every material here, it carries that electric property that impending electron movement, that what absorbed electron movement, that withstand electron movement from A to B, from B to C, and so on and so forth. So in that, here is another area, lossy dielectric. Lossy dielectric. The abbreviation of this lossy dielectric is for you to understand that lossy dielectric is a partial conducting medium. Is a partial conducting medium it is either imperfect dielectric or imperfect conductor. This one is when the dielectric is not, the perfect one is not available, you can also manage the lossy dielectric because it work but not in a perfect shape. This one is just a partial aspect of it. Sometimes we also have partial current in our home appliances like bulb, television, and so on and so forth. All those things. Sometimes it has partial contact, even where we plug our electric appliances and so on and so forth. And that is what this one is trying to explain here. Now, this lossy dielectric constant is just an impartial conducting media. It's not the perfect conducting media. It's just imperfect. It's imperfect dielectric, and or you can also call it imperfect conductor. It's not the perfect aspect of it. So that is why it is called lossy dielectric. It's not the perfect aspect of it. So in that case, if someone asks you what is lossy dielectric, is a simple something that you should also tell the person is a partial conducting material dielectric. Just is a partial conducting material. It's not perfect dielectric material. Is not perfect conducting material. It's as simple as that. Now, for this question goes in this way: what, why is it called dielectric? Why is it called dielectric? It's a very big question. Now, the word dielectric, by combining the Greek word, it combines the Greek word die through an electric. Now, once they combine it will now form what we call dielectric. Now, for us to see it now, it's obvious that in die it has DIA. Now, when combining it with electric, the A has been removed and it is called dielectric to make it easier for us to pronounce, and that is why it is called dielectric. Now, another way of answering the question is a dielectric material allows an electric current or electric field to pass through it. A dielectric material allows an electric field to pass through it, and that is what another answer given to this question here. So that is just how it is. Please bear with me. In my next video is a promise that I must make a video based on what I said on dielectric laws, solid, liquid, and gas. I will make that video for you, and you will see how it works in terms of solid, in terms of liquid, and also in terms of gas. Now I think today's video will end here. Please, if you like my videos, subscribe my channel, comment, like, and share. If there is any mistakes or things that I have not added to it, please comment, and then let's work hand in hand. Thank you once again for watching my video. See you next Friday because I upload every Friday. Thank you.